Remember when you being amazed that there was disposable cameras?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was really, well, decadent.
One day there's going to be disposable tablets. Think about that. Mm-hmm. If you want, say, it's like, hey, do you see this video? You just throw me the tablet. Hey, yeah, cool.
And once you're done with it, you throw it out.
You got a whole bucket full of tablets, and there's all different things on it.
You could crush it against your forehead like a beer can.
The tablet?
Yeah. That's what you're going to be doing in the future. Imagine living in a world where everything you know and love can be in Smash Brothers.
We are in that world now.
Yeah.
Dreams
are real.
They announced that Smash Bros. Will have a character voting ballot that everyone can vote on.
Yeah.
This is the thing that you've been dreaming about being officially a part of Smash since Melee.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we wanted.
Like, that shows that they're going to be supporting this game for a long ass time.
So I'm going to have to keep playing it.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to drop it for Project M, but now I can't, so... Other game companies have been doing this for the last 15 years. Supporting their games. Mm-hmm.
Making expansion packs.
It just took Nintendo 15 years to catch on.
It took 15 years since the invention of DLC for people to think, yeah, maybe we should make downloadable expansion packs instead of Force Armor.
At least it's not like on the PlayStation, where it's wonky, and you have to pay for it. And you used to not have to pay for it, but now that you're paying for it, it's no better.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing. So you just feel cheated at every single angle you look at it, you're cheated.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense to me.
It really doesn't make sense to me, because the only multiplayer game I've been playing lately was TF2 and Unreal Tournament, the new one.
Yeah.
Those are both free.
Yeah.
Completely free.
The best things on PC are free.
And on consoles, I would have to pay money to play worse games like Evolve and Battlefield Hardline.
The games would not be nearly as fun, and they wouldn't run nearly as well. Uh-huh. It wouldn't be nearly as open source, and would just be a bore fest. And the online community would just cannibalize itself in the period of about 2 months.
Yeah.
That's usually how long these big budget console shooters last, is about 2 months, and then everyone will just say, this is retarded.
Well, the next one comes out.
Yeah. Like, how long can this go on?
Yeah, it's not going to go on for much longer, because people are wising up to it.
Titanfall, the last multiplayer-only big FPS thing that came out. Do you guys remember that? Remember that Titanfall game?
Yeah, same
all the DLC just went free because the game failed so hard.
Yeah.
I knew it the minute. I think I saw one frame, and I knew it was dog shit. Okay, that's a little extreme, but
yeah, it's not dog shit. It's just.
It is dog shit. It doesn't matter how good the game is. You gotta understand, if it fails to do what it's trying to do.
No, but according to the English dictionary, that's what you're talking about is horse shit.
Uh-huh.
Dark Souls 2 released a Black Label version recently. It sort of came out of nowhere, just like Lucas. And, it's just a version where they sort of changed the contrast to make it look like they adjusted the graphics. I guess it has darker shadows or something now. And they moved around all the enemies. So it's kind of...
That's sad.
It's a Black Label version. But it's too soon.
It doesn't exist in a vacuum. It exists amongst games that do exactly what it did better.
Yeah.
And it just feels to me like releasing this update that's like a band-aid for the gameplay of the game. It just seems a little...
Yeah.
It seems like...
It's not a band-aid, though. They didn't fix any of its problems. They shifted things around.
That was part of the problem. The enemy placements. There's no excuse for just a pile of soldiers with orange vests standing around.
But see, they wanted to make it harder, so they put more enemies in it. That's what they did. So it's kind of like...
Didn't they ever figure out that's not what made Demon Souls hard?
I guess not.
That's not what made it hard.
And I guess they didn't realize that content wasn't what made it good.
Is this like the George Lucas team?
Yeah, it's weird.
You know what this reminds me of?
Yeah.
Neil Blomkamp is going to be working on an Aliens movie, while Ridley Scott is making Prometheus 2.
Really?
Yeah.
That is the same idea.
Neil Blomkamp, who is not the original... Listen, Neil Blomkamp is not the original director of Alien, of course. Mm-hmm. Neil Blomkamp directed District 9 and 2 other bad movies.
Yeah.
Neil Blomkamp got greenlit to make the new Alien movie, but it's going to be in production at the same time as Prometheus 2, that's being directed by Ridley Scott, who directed the original Alien. And they're not going to have continuity with each other, and both of those movies are going to be ignoring certain elements of the pre-established continuity.
Yeah. So,
we've got 2 different universes of both content and quality.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seems very strange to me that here you have... And with Dark Souls 2 and Bloodborne, here you have Bloodborne being a return to form. And as soon as that comes out, you have the old busted game saying, oh, we can do it too. And then they just try to put some frosting on a turd. So, Story of Seasons was kind of like Bloodborne and Dark Souls 2 in that Story of Seasons was the spiritual successor to Harvest Moon.
Mm-hmm.
And when the Story of Seasons came out, it ended up being the more truer Harvest Moon game than the Harvest Moon game.
Yeah.
So
the Lost Valley was see, it's kind of weird. The Natsume invented the series. They made the first games.
Yeah.
But they haven't made a Harvest Moon game in so long that when they were working on the Lost Valley, in fact, I don't think they work on many games at all. They mostly just publish.
They used to...
But,
I think, didn't they develop Lufia? I might be wrong.
What was the latest Lufia game?
That weird one on the DS.
Oh.
The remake of 2 got panned.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, so, anyway, they're not too good now. And they're trying to figure out what worked with the Harvest Moon series, and they just kind of made this experimental thing. Nobody likes it. It's really ugly and pretty, got plenty of problems.
I like that one on the GameCube, Magical Melody.
Oh, yeah.
I played Magical Melody, the one on the Super Nintendo, and the Game Boy one.
There's too many of them, too.
Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem. That long-rumored SMT Fire Emblem crossover. Just... people are already complaining.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure what the hell it looks like. It doesn't look like SMT. Gameplay doesn't look like SMT.
What does the gameplay look like?
Persona.
Really?
Cut.
I don't remember any.
Yeah, anyway, SMT and Fire Emblem were on these different divergent curves for years. Mm-hmm. And then in the last few years they started converging. And then as soon as they converged naturally, just by chaos theory that this would eventually occur, they decided to do a crossover right when they were almost the same anyway.
Yeah.
So, Club Nintendo's gone. It's gone.
Who gives a shit? I'm so fucking sick of you talking about that.
It's
honestly,
gone.
like.
Listen, you hate us because you hate us.
I have had games I've had games that haven't been registered on that bullshit for ages, and I don't want to. I was never confident that the Platinum rewards would be any good. They aren't, and now it's gone because it's shit. It's gone because it's shit. Okay.
Well. Next time you come over here, I'm gonna be wearing my Game & Watch.
Which you got ages ago when it was still good.
I'll show everyone. I got the Game & Watch reward for 1,200 coins.
Yeah.
That's right. PlayStation Home closed. I liked PlayStation Home, said 2 people.
Yeah.
On this planet. One of them wasn't originally from this planet. And one of them, well, he's dead. So, really, we're down to no people. Did anyone use PlayStation Home? Do you know what it is?
Did you have pre-acquired knowledge of what PlayStation Home is?
I was actually waiting for it because it was Sony's answer to the Wii's Mii's. Like,
no, not really.
Yeah, it was.
No,
it was. It was a way to have an avatar of yourself that could interact with other avatars that other people had. It was like the prototype of Miiverse, except really, really bad.
Yeah, to me it felt like...
It was horrible.
Yeah, to me it felt like...
Second Life,
but without anything.
It was just bad.
Yeah. It's easy to envision. Imagine Second Life, take out everything you can do.
It seems like it could be fun in a strange way. That's what I was thinking. If you could grief hard enough. But unfortunately, there was no way to grief. And that killed it. All you could do was curse at people.
I remember we used to spam music through the voice thing. Then they removed that.
Yeah.
So now it's just...
That was fun.
Now it's just Habbo Hotel. No fun allowed, girls.
These things benefit from having less rules. They benefit from being extremely crazy.
Yeah.
And I would...
Because how do you have fun in a social environment without...
When you can't express yourself.
When you can't express yourself or mess with people.
Yeah. And for a while, the word hell was censored, so no one could say hello.
Yeah.
Everyone was saying asterisk, 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 oh.
Yeah.
I was like, thinking, why the hell is everyone saying oh? They see me and they go, oh. Asterisks, like a string of asterisks, and then oh. Because you couldn't say hell. That's some pretty stupid, like, word detection you got there. Jeez.
Remember in the Angry Beavers where they censored "Shut Up"? That was the only time they ever did that in human history, I think. Yeah, the 90s were a shithole of political correctness.
God.
Weren't they?
It's only gonna get worse, buddy.
No, it got better, and it's probably going to almost reach that standard before it.
It got better because
back.
you were finally had the television and internet infrastructure, media infrastructure to view quasi channels. Like before, you had to watch like YTV, which is your standard government sanctioned children's programming, right? But now,
alien free.
Now you can buy all kinds of strange different channels, and you can watch whatever you want on the internet. So the floodgates really are open for that kind of thing. Yeah, so Kojima left Konami.
See, I thought that was an April Fool's joke.
No. It looks like it's still true.
And it was going to happen on April 1st.
Yeah, another thing is that his name is going to be removed from Silent Hills. So now we just got Guillermo del Taco. working on Silent Hills.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know how great it's going to be, but everything just went to shit at Konami. How did Konami lose literally the only human being who made money there?
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of like...
Because Koji Igarashi is no longer in charge of Castlevania. So where else are they going to get money? Are they still doing the weird Japanese pachinko machines?
It's unbelievable. Like, Kojima is their guy.
I know, that's all they had, really.
Now they're not a company anymore. They're just a faceless
I can't envision myself buying any Konami games after Metal Gear Solid 5. I'll tell you that much.
But see, like, now Konami is just, I guess, an empty warehouse where you open the door and it's just a pile of naked men. It's just a bunch of people and they don't do anything.
Yeah.
That's what it's like now.
Well, it's like Capcom. So, have fun, Konami. Good luck in the future. Here's wishing you the best.
I wouldn't know what to do.
Tri-Ace just got bought by a cell phone company. The developers of Star Ocean.
It did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Everybody's getting bought. This is an Aerosmith game.
Oh, yeah. This is Revolution X, Music is the Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something that could only be found cool between 1990 and like 1995. And any other year it would be amazingly stupid.
Well, 1996 I think it would have camp value.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is like a light gun game, but you control the reticle with the D-pad. Difficulty outrageous. What does this mean?
Super cool, impossible.
Wait a minute, what?
Oh.
Outrageous. Super cool. Impossible. Yeah, I don't know. All of these... Outrageous sounds hard, but I guess it's easy.
Impossible is probably the hardest.
So we're gonna go with super cool.
Super cool is probably easy. Unless if it's referring to the explosive effects.
Oh, I thought super cool would be normal.
Well, there's outrageous and then...
Impossible, outrageous comes right after... See, I would think impossible would be the highest.
Yeah.
And then outrageous, then it would go backwards. Outrageous would be easy.
However... Wait. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Look, you can turn the music off. Why would you want to do that? It sounds like, just by the name of this game, the music is like 90% of the gameplay.
Yeah.
So just make the game suck and turn the music off.
I'm sure it has plenty of really shitty instrumental Aerosmith sound clips.
Yeah, weird little guitar samples from this era. Okay. Let's just start here.
96.
Oh.
That's 1 year after you said it would be cool.
Yeah, it was a pretty good guess on my part. I guess this game came out and it was dumb.
Yeah.
So I'm pressing Y to shoot like a little pellet. I don't know if that's an enemy or not.
Mode 7. Right out of the box, Mode 7.
I'm getting quality here.
Oh yeah, constant quality.
Oh man, I love these FMV games. Why did these die? I think that could be a style that could come back on Kickstarter.
Well, it's not...
FMV games like this.
Yeah, it's not an FMV game, but it's in the style.
Look, yeah, like, I mean, it has actual images of people that were, like, shoehorned in. What's this here?
In the background is one large picture that just zooms independently, which is pretty cool.
These images here look like photographs of people that were digitized.
Yeah, that too.
Because they look like the sprites from Mortal Kombat. Well, I don't know what these are, but what?
Whoa!
Is that good or bad?
I don't know.
It could be good, considering how rad this game is.
Yeah. In the context of hard rock, they like good and bad are basically the same thing. It's 9 off nails.
Oh. I'm not sure what's going on here.
Those are missiles, you have to shoot them, I guess.
I just thought they were like tops of garbage cans. They just don't look like a missile at all.
They can make the background scale, but not those things.
Yeah.
Man, it's a lot of golden discs are it.
So I guess L is like a stronger weapon.
I think you're shooting golden. Yeah, you got a disc count in the corner there.
Oh. So
But you can't tell.
Are there like my albums? Like I can get my albums and then shoot them at.
Aerosmith is producing albums as quickly as they can, shipping them right to you, so that you can shoot them at people.
They're trying hard.
Because music is the weapon.
They're really pulling for you and me.
Mm-hmm.
Vote Aerosmith. Why am I shooting this monkey?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's not a monkey.
Oh yeah, of course you gotta save the babes.
Oh, okay.
It's always babe saving.
Always.
There's nothing wrong with babe saving.
Just listen to Duke Nukem. They gotta be saved.
Mm-hmm.
So we got some kind of fish on the wall back there, and what appears to be lava lamps. This is a pretty swinging place. And flying V guitars that are actually flying.
Yeah.
This is just not very fun with a D-pad.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's just not.
It's pretty jank. Well, what are you doing?
I don't know. I just a slow fade out. Is this a boss?
Oh, is this a?
I guess not. We're just
Okay, you're gonna kill all these guys, and Aerosmith's gonna show up, and he's gonna be like, "Hey, kid, good job out there. Nice shooting. What's your name, son?" And
you want to join?
yeah.
Hey, you're a pretty good shot. Want to join our band? Oh, garbage can lids.
Then you'll join their band and ruin everything. The next album's just gonna be shit, and they're just gonna completely go under. Too many yellow men.
I know. They're all exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look.
They showed up. Look at that.
I can't shoot them. I'm trying, I can't.
They shrunk slightly.
Damn it, I can't shoot them. Come on. You can barely read this. Nas Micton, or whatever this text says. I already know it's Aerosmith. That's the only reason I know.
You can barely read anything in these games.
Yeah.
Look at that disc text in the corner.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know what it says.
I don't know.
Oh. Okay. Oh.
What is this nonsense?
Not very well done. But oh well. Let's go through this door. Spear? I can shoot it.
Nah, yeah.
Oh look, they're right up close to me here. Where are they coming from? How are they getting in here?
Man, they're bad shots. You had like 3 people shooting at you, and you were only losing a bit of health.
What am I? Am I Robocop? How can I take this?
Wouldn't be surprised. Maybe.
If you're watching this, then they've taken over. It's up
Oh
to
my
you
god,
now.
it's
Find our car.
a
stop the
blurry
war.
red man. You can just barely see him.
Remember, music.
How, like where? I thought that was a TV screen that broke to reveal static somehow behind the screen.
Mhm.
And then a member of Aerosmith, I presume, appeared and gave me keys.
Club is history. Time to stop the new order.
With the power of music.
Okay, let me just guess without any prior knowledge. They ban music. The non-boys ban music.
The non-boys. Are they women? The non-boys? Damage. Yeah. Mammy Awards. Okay. This obviously did not come out in 2014.
Oh yeah.
You'd never be able to do any of this. You'd have to be saving black transvestite hookers with no legs.
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't be able to save a woman.
Well, yeah, they're perfectly capable.
Yeah, they're capable of saving themselves. We need to be rescuing Somali immigrants.
Yes. Yeah, it'd had to be related to some political event that happened months ago.
I can shoot these windows and get shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, lids.
Yeah, that's hard to deal with. What the hell? He's shooting missiles through the building.
I don't know how he's
This
doing
guy's
that.
hacking.
Well, look, I must be hacking. I'm putting my own music in the building for me to get. That's almost worse.
Roller skating, like yellow non-men.
They prefer to be called genderqueer, not non-men.
Oh.
Come on, man. You should know better.
Unlimited continues, that's good, because you can't tell when you're getting hit.
Limited continues. That's good, so I'll eventually have to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God. There's nothing worse than a bad game that goes on forever. Because you'll never feel like you got to a conclusion.
Yeah.
What am I getting here? Ice cream and guns or something? Pretty rad.
Same thing in the context of hard rock.
Yeah. Ice cream and guns. That's pretty hardcore.
You've just been doing nothing but shooting people's apartments at
I
this
know, there's
chapter.
nothing going on. It's barely a stage. I can't even stay long enough to kill all the guys.
Now it's looping.
Yeah, I know. We're seeing the same shit.
Yeah, and there's the shit you shot before.
Yeah.
You're just spinning around in space, like, trying to get this helicopter. Trying to get ice cream out of people's apartments.
Is there a certain amount I need or something?
Hey man, go grab that parfait.
I can't even tell if these are gonna explode. I don't even know if I'm really...
It looks like you're having too much trouble moving the,
Oh my... See, the problem is, this is hard with the D-pad, but it would be too easy with an analog stick. So, kinda sucks
Okay,
in
just
every
focus on shooting the helicopter and, let your... Like, just...
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Let your body hit the floor as many times as necessary. Yeah. This isn't very radical.
No. What is he shooting
What is
there?
that
What
now?
is that? What? Why is he shooting like red flubber at me? I don't know what's going on. What is that? Why is he doing that? Don't do that.
What the hell?
It seems to me like guns might be the weapon and not music
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to use the music as weapons. And I kind of feel like I should be using a Unite Blade to tear up those blobs of shit.
Yeah. It's not doing anything down there. It would have been dead by now.
No, keep trying, keep trying. Yeah, there you go.
What?
It worked.
What?
I was right.
Oh my god.
Give me that $5.
What was it? What was it? Like a little piece of plastic on the bottom of it? Didn't look like it did anything.
It was the reactor core, I guess.
The reactor.
Just kind of hanging there like a pair of testicles.
On a helicopter. Must be a heavy helicopter. Get in. Hey kid, you like baseball? Hey, this is Aerosmith's car.
Cool. Holy crap. I can't handle this.
Aerosmith is taking me to get some ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skate troopers. They're called skate troopers.
Oh god. Aerosmith touched my penis. I told them no. I told Aerosmith no. But the whole band touched my penis. I told them to stop. They made it seem like I was wrong and they were right. And that I owed it to them. God.
Yeah.
Looks like you made it.
Okay.
Where you go from
Steve
here?
and Tyler.
It's up to you.
Non-objectives. None of these are objectives. These are non-objectives.
Okay, well,
I guess we can pick a stage.
pick one of these JPEGs.
I guess I didn't pick that. I just kind of
These guys are maggots.
moused
They're
over it and I
chemicals
just
in
kind
all
of
our
selected
food.
it.
Wonder how much this voice acting cost.
Nothing. Aerosmith
Imagine-
made this game themselves.
Oh yeah, yeah. that would be pretty cool though.
Yeah.
They just designed the game from scratch.
Themselves somehow. Why?
I'm sure they had some say in it. It just looks like that kind of thing.
Why are we fighting these guys? They look like they're native to this country. And we're going after a thing called evergreen chemical. Not like
Yeah.
the
it's-
indigenous people of this country.
Uh-huh.
What are they doing? They would have no interest in what I'm doing.
You know these countries. They just have people walking around like video game enemies throwing spears at people.
People walking around ducking in and out of cover like video game enemies.
Yeah.
That's what these countries are like.
You ever see Indiana Jones?
No, I've never seen one of those films in that series. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, okay.
Are we going inside? I'm shooting pretty hard at the door. I want to go inside. This is how I select things in these games. You shoot it. What are they throwing?
This is
Doesn't look like spears or swords. And they're throwing it like sideways. They're throwing it through the air against the wind. Like it's just kind of flying sideways. Looks like an axe with like a spiked club on the other end.
It's just a. It looks like a windshield wiper to me. Ah,
What the hell? Is this a boss?
he's-
I thought he was just like a dude. And
he is like he's just defending his zone. Shoot the sign. Yeah, yeah. Fight the man.
what? That's how you kill him. That's pretty stupid.
Never stop growing.
Isn't that a good thing?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, it's just the elevator section.
No. Just an elevator.
Oh man, I love games. I love beat 'em ups where you get to the elevator and the enemies just keep coming in as you go up the elevator. Every beat 'em up did that.
Yeah. Wait, can't you save those babes?
I don't know. I guess they save themselves. And a strange tree logo here. Very weird.
Some of these scenes are ending too quickly.
Work, obey, choke. This is choke. What am I supposed to be doing? I'm just looking at it and then I leave. Will they show me a picture with no enemies?
That was one of the things that Aerosmith wanted in the game.
Slideshows of things with no enemies.
Yeah.
Aerosmith insisted that we
It's
had this in
called
the game.
world building.
Oh, okay. So anyway, you need the Super Nintendo RAM expansion pack for this game to work. We don't know why.
Here's the
is-
enemy's bioweapon.
This is weird.
For God's sake, this is the enemy's bioweapon.
I know. All along.
I do not like those eyeball sprites.
It's bothering me. Ugh.
They're too 90s for me.
They're too gross.
Gross out.
Uh-oh. Control! Do I get to win some Hubba Bubba if I beat this thing? And some Yamaha stereo things.
Yeah.
And a Battleship board game and a football game for a Game Boy.
Yeah.
That's what I want. No one else is going to get that, though. Let's see, I think you have to live in Canada to understand that.
Oh yeah, and like a discount at the Medieval Times restaurant.
Oh, yeah, we had this TV show here. I don't know if it was in America, but in Canada we had a show called Video and Arcade Top 10. And you could always win the same shit.
Same shit every time. And it had nothing to do with top 10s.
No, there was no top 10 anything. And all they played was like
I don't think it had a lot of arcade games either.
They played a lot of Mega Man, and whenever a collection of games came out on one CD, they just milked that. Mm-hmm. And they just kept playing everything that was in the CD collection. I remember that.
Yeah.
And they had really dumb fan art.
It was pretty
People
lackluster.
were mailing in.
Uh-huh.
People kept drawing Kirby. I remember that. Mm-hmm. Mailing that in. Okay,
oh my god, they're making the babes work. How
I
could
know. Why would you do that to perfectly innocent babes?
How dare they make them work in the garbage farms?
Look at this shit. Is this India?
Yeah, this is India. They're growing a TV there.
This is the TV farm. We're growing consumer electronics.
She's erecting a dispenser.
Yeah.
Teen Programming Center or something. Reprogramming Center.
Cool.
Oh, we can't let that happen. Oh, you can shoot a thing to speed up and slow down.
Let's speed way the hell up.
Yeah. Maximum overdrive.
Indeed.
There's music raining from the sky.
Just like in India.
Yeah.
They don't get rainstorms, they get music storms.
Mm-hmm. India's a weird friggin' country. Teen reprogramming centers and school buses filled with army men. It's nothing but desert.
What's supposed to happen?
I think you're just trying to shoot him.
Just this one guy? Nothing else seems to be happening.
Oh, destroy
I
the
can
bus.
damage the bus. But why? There's no one in it. It's just a bus. These guys are... There's no teams on it.
There's tons of... Like... You gotta kill the non-men, though.
Oh.
Because they're the ones, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. That's enough.
You blew it.
Was there 50 innocents on that bus?
I didn't see anyone on it.
I didn't see a single innocent on
Here's
on
the
bus.
youth labor yard that's only being worked on by adult women.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they're hammering the guitars. They're destroying the guitars.
Oh no. They're destroying everything I love.
They're destroying our weapons.
I
Because
know.
music is the weapon. Look at that friggin' turret.
This is great because they were allowed to assume that the kids were heterosexual.
Yeah.
See, the gameplay does not work if you were gay. The gameplay just doesn't... You can't play it the same if you were gay.
Well, homos like music.
No, they don't. It's a fact. I'm sorry.
Oh, they only like music when it's played on the stage by an equally gay man.
What?
Because they like plays.
Oh.
You know, those people from Homeland.
I did not know that. Very educational this channel is.
Mm-hmm.
Where are these guys coming from? The steering wheel?
Did you know? The gays are actually doing it for attention.
What? What?
It's a choice.
Oh. Well, I know some people become gay.
Yeah.
Some people believe that they became gay.
Plenty of different things happen.
So, I don't know.
Lots of weird shit happens when it comes to sexuality.
Yeah.
You can't really, like, break it down into simple categories like that.
Yeah, we need a large graph to determine what our genders are.
Yeah, exactly.
It turns out I'm a heterosexual man trapped inside a gay man's body. There's nothing I can do about it. It sucks, but that's life. Now give me my Social Security benefits that I deserve because I can't work.
You gotta be shooting the bus stuff.
I'm trying.
Speed
but
up.
These guys come up, and what am I? I'm shooting the shit out of the bus stuff. I don't even know if I'm hurting it.
You should shoot those turrets first.
Well,
They're hurting your musics.
there.
Those are the quietest turrets you've ever heard. There. And then you...
It's got to be it.
I don't think you blew it this time.
I got game over though.
Now the Super Game Boy was pretty damn cool.
It was released in 1994
Mm-hmm.
and allowed people for largely the first time to play their handheld games on a large screen, which was a lot cooler than it sounds.
Some games would have custom backgrounds.
Like this one.
Yeah. And they'd only show up when you had that game in it. And some would add colors, like in Pokemon Yellow, for example.
Yeah.
And you can also go to the menu and
Yeah.
do all kinds of wacky bullshit.
Yeah, you can change the color palette. You can paint on it.
Yeah.
You can do all this kind of crap. You can't do any of this on the Game Boy Player for the GameCube.
Mhm.
But, oh well.
You can also you can create custom palettes. You can create custom freaking backgrounds that you paint Mario Paint style. Pretty nuts. This is pretty garbage though. It looks too crayon-y. You can't really make anything with it.
I loved this back in the day.
Yeah, it's...
So, the Super Game Boy was compatible with all monochromatic Game Boy cartridges. Basically anything from the first generation of Game Boy. Like this. And it went right inside like that. You push it down hard, pretending it was just like inserting into a normal Game Boy. It was $60 on release. I can't remember what I paid for it, but I bought it when it came out. It's increased the functionality of certain games and has a handy Super written there, so you knew it was the Super Game Boy. So you got the title right on the cartridge.
So you don't know it's... Like, you don't think it's just a regular Game Boy.
Game Boy, Super Game Boy. Thank God, because today, this would be the Game Boy. And this would be the Game Boy U. And no one would know it was better or different. What probably accounts for a total of a third of the lost sales of the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
People not understanding that it's better. The word super tells you that it's better. Okay? Nintendo knew this and forgot. And Nintendo lied, people died. So later, Nintendo would release the Game Boy Player. It would allow similar functionality to the Super Game Boy. I say similar because it's not as good. You put your cartridge in here. I have a Metroid Zero Mission. Go in there like that. Then you'd put a boot up disc in the top. This one is Game Boy Player. That would go in here. As soon as it would boot the CD, it would divert to the cartridge. and you wouldn't hear the CD running anymore. And what you could do basically with the Game Boy player on the GameCube was just play the game. You couldn't do any of the funny stuff you could in the Super Game Boy.
It did have backgrounds.
It did have backgrounds, but then again, so did the Super Game Boy. It only has about 20, I think. Can't really do that much with it, but it is essential for any GameCube owner to have a Game Boy player, because having the Game Boy player on the bottom actually makes this a lot closer to a cube. Without that section, it's clearly the Nintendo rectangular prism. But with this on the bottom, it's a lot closer to being a cube, you can see. Essential.
Yeah.
And a lot of Game Boy Advance games scale up really well to play on the big screen. The later generation Game Boy Advance games look fantastic. Some of the best looking 2D games ever made were on the Game Boy Advance. A fantastic library. If you didn't want to play them handheld, this is a great way to go. It was released in 2003. A little bit expensive to get. Anything that has more than one part, this thing, you need the disc and the attachment. Anything like that gets a little bit more expensive, because people are going to be losing one, or they're going to be trying to scalp it separately.
That's right, yeah.
Which is always shitty. I managed to get them both together for about $40, which is honestly more expensive than it should be in this day and age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because Game Boy, Super Game Boy, on the other hand, you're gonna find that for $2.
That's gonna work. It's gonna work perfect forever. It's easy to use and more functional. Because this is all you have to do. This is all you need. Is a Super Game Boy. No CDs to get scratched, and no strange attachment to put on your console. Much better. But the Game Boy player is still fun.
Well, yeah, it supports Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance is a fantastic system.